The world is a prison in which solitary confinement is preferable. Dripping water hollows out stone, not through force but through persistence. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. The moment we cry in a film is not when things are sad, but when they turn out to be more beautiful than we expected them to be. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. Wisdom is to speak the truth and act in keeping with its nature. After everything has been said and done, all you have is your story. Make sure it's worth telling. There are two primary choices in life: to accept conditions as they exist, or accept the responsibility for changing them. The people I distrust most are those who want to improve our lives but have only one course of action. You can't save anyone who wouldn't save themselves without you. It's the hardest lesson to learn in life, take it from me. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. You must accept the truth from whatever source it comes. Dream big. You owe no one an explanation for the size of your dream. An act of kindness may take only a moment of our time, but when captured in the heart, the memory lives forever. Strange, I thought, how you can be living your dreams and your nightmares at the very same time. Most of the propositions and questions to be found in philosophical works are not false but nonsensical. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Never allow others to create your world, because if you do, they will always make it too small. Never again will I underestimate the greatness inside of me just because of the hate and limited thinking inside of others. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. I want to be free, Michael. Just for once in my whole life, I want to be free. You are free. You just don't know it yet. A miracle is often the willingness to see the common in an uncommon way. I am always doing what I cannot do yet, in order to learn how to do it. Being interesting isn't important, but being happy is, as well as being a person you're proud of. Man starts over again every day, in spite of all he knows, against all he knows. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. Many things are not as they seem. The worst things in life never are. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Only something extremely dire and disabling will ever stop a real writer from writing. Retirement is never an option. Overconfidence blurs out the risk. Inferiority magnifies it. So many things are possible as long as you don't know they are impossible. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. We do not remember days, we remember moments. The richness of life lies in memories we have forgotten. Choosing kindness is the ultimate expression of evolved consciousness. Grow by being kind. The truth cuts like the sharpest knife I've ever known. The rich fop Francis of Assisi was bored all his life. Know that bad character and attitude can block people from seeing the skill, talent, or potential you have. Above all, never think you're not good enough. Never think that. In life, people will take you at your own reckoning. Faith is not belief in spite of evidence, but a life in scorn of the consequences. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. The price we have paid for expecting to be so much more than our ancestors is a perpetual anxiety that we are far from being all we might be. Untuk seswati yang palin quing inkan malebahai apa pun. Paths that lead to the crossroads of life, otherwise known as transition. Transition is the tension present between struggle and grace. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Denying yourself a life of personal freedom is denying yourself of a life worth living. Impossible things are really rough to do, you know. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. Good authors worry about genres, great authors don't. When I explored my deeper mind, I could understand that my life is only an illusion, an apparent reality. Anyone can hide. Facing up to things, working through them, that's what makes you strong. Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of production and trade. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. There comes a time in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, write another book, or simply close it. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Life is 10% what you make it and 90% how you take it. Wala tak ada yang sempurna, hidap ini indah bagaini adanya. Philosophi Kobe. The mind once enlightened cannot again become dark. Paradoxically, though it may seem, it is nonetheless true that life imitates art far more than art imitates life. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Often it feels like I am breathing today only because a few years back I had no idea which nerve to cut. If I'm offended by the truth can't change, but I must change or be living a lie. Peter Ojo. Tried living in the real world instead of a shell, but I was bored before I even began. If you do not believe you are disciplined, it is because you have not decided to become disciplined yet. Man is able to decide for or against reason. He is able to create beyond reason or to destroy below reason. People's lives take them strange places. They do strange things, and, well, sometimes they can't talk about them. A single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic. The flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. Speak to me. I will spend my lifetime trying to understand you. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. There would be no society if living together depended upon understanding each other. Happiness is the only thing worth fighting for in life. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. It is not enough to show how clever we are by showing how obscure everything is. The number of people who believe a thing has no bearing upon its truth. If you don't want anyone to know about your existence, you might as well kill yourself. You're taking up space, air. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. What we do is more important than what we say or what we say we believe. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. We have to be honest about what we want and take risks rather than lie to ourselves and make excuses to stay in our comfort zone. Friendship happens when the distance between the hearts tends to zero. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. The truth is, going against the internal stream of ignorance is way more rebellious than trying to start some sort of cultural revolution. When you use your energy and resources to punish people, you run out of energy and resources to protect people. The truth about life and lie about life is not measured by others but by your intuition, which never lies. Ethical veganism represents a commitment to nonviolence. Peace is not happenstance. It is a living fire that must be fed constantly. It must be tended with vigilance, else it dies out. There is no moment more precious than the exact moment you are living now. Every day is a blank canvas just waiting for you to paint into it beautiful experiences and positive energy. It is better to walk in light than to dance in darkness. It is not that I am mad, it is only that my head is different from yours. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. I want someone whose heart is big enough to hold me. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. I think it was the institution. I was trying to master it.